John Milton's Saturday meeting was held in the sports hall of a school in Chelsea. It was one of his favourites. It was early, at 8 o'clock, which meant that he had gotten the meeting out of the way before most people were up and about, and had given himself the best possible start to the day that he could. And, just as important, it was a lively, friendly meeting that was full of positive energy. Milton occasionally felt closer to taking a drink at the weekend, and he had found that the meeting was an effective bolster to help him get through to Monday. He helped himself to a cup of coffee and a biscuit and took a seat in the middle of the room. He recognised many of the other regulars and exchanged smiles and nods of greeting with a few of them. Milton closed his eyes and relaxed, feeling the usual serenity that he had only ever found in the meetings.
"Good morning, ladies and gentlemen."
Milton opened his eyes. The secretary of the meeting was Tommy McCall, a burly Glaswegian with a shaven head and tattoos on both forearms. He was an imposing character, but Milton had quickly warmed to him as soon as he heard him speak for the first time. He had a thick accent, occasionally impenetrably so, but his almost constitutional dourness was leavened with a quicksilver sense of humour that belied his aggressive appearance. He was ruthlessly funny, lambasting the other attendees and, more often than not, himself.
"A word or two about my appearance,"
McCall said, holding up his right arm. It was encased in plaster from the wrist all the way up to just below his shoulder.
"Despite what you bastards might think, I haven't fallen off the wagon. I was playing football with my son. I tripped, put my arm down to break my fall, and—"
He left the arm up, nodding to it with a rueful smile.
"You're thinking I'm bullshitting you, but I swear to God I'm not. And believe me, the irony that I'd do 20 years of hard Scottish drinking and emerge with not even a scratch on me, and then I'd trip over a 7-year-old and do my arm in 2 places like this, well, I can assure you that's not lost on me at all."
Tommy put his arm down, resting it on the table with a deliberate clunk that drew more good-natured laughter. He started the meeting properly, welcoming newcomers and then beginning the prayers, a familiar routine that Milton had come to find particularly reassuring. He had been to meetings all over the world, and barring a few minor differences, the structure and content was almost always the same. There was a reassurance in that routine. Milton closed his eyes and intoned the prayers with the others. The speaker at the meeting was a young mother who laid out, during the course of her share, an unfortunate life that had seen her fight to bring up her 2 children after her husband had died of lung cancer.